So I thought it'd be useful to kind of give you a bit of an insight into how I manage my own expectations when it comes to my own training, to obviously the work we do here at Strength for Endurance, my expectations of being a father, a good husband. There are, like yourselves, I have multiple hats that I have to wear throughout the week. And I have a series of expectations I place upon myself. I want to have a certain level of fitness. I want to be relatively successful in my career. I want to see a series of results from all the people that we work with here at Strength for Endurance. I want to maintain a strong team that behind the scenes here at SFE. There's a series of expectations I place upon myself, but how I go about managing and maintaining, spinning all those plates. I've always had this. Well, number one is protecting my bandwidth. Well, I think that I was told that by a mentor a long time ago, how important it is to kind of be very conscious about where your source of information are, where they're coming in from, how many different sources you're taking on board, but just managing your bandwidth. And that means communicating with Polly, my wife, making sure that every week I know I'm staying on track with what I need to get done and what we are going to be doing as a family, what I can be doing obviously to help her. But one of the most important things I do is having this push-pull mindset, going into a day, into a week, even a month where I know it's kind of either go time, where I've got to just step up, I've got to put all my energies into one area or one particular area to make things happen, or I'm pulling back, and I'm pulling back to preserve energy, I'm pulling back to preserve bandwidth, my mental health, my health in general, my physical health. But this push-pull mechanism can be applied, this logic, and I've talked about this in depth in several ways to the SFE crew over the years. But the push-pull mechanism, knowing that you're going into a week where it's just work is full on, you've got meetings, you've got deadlines to meet, you've got certain expectations from clients, etc. You know that you've just got to put all your energies into work. Alternatively, there's times when you're doing the same with training. You know that you're peaking towards an event. And it's time to go. It's time to put all your energies into making sure that you're in the best place possible with training. Your health's on point, your fueling on point, your sleep's on point. You are prioritizing everything to do with training. You're saying no. You're sacrificing certain opportunities, social engagements, coffees with friends, treats here and there, because you are dialed in. You are pushing towards that particular goal. But this mindset, push-pull, this mechanism that anyone can use, it's something that I really do leverage, and I've suggested it to friends and family and clients over the years to lean into it at times and go, right, recognize that potentially this might be a pull week where you can actually consolidate a little bit, pull back a little bit in certain areas to preserve energy, to recover, to replenish, all these key kind of phrases. But essentially it makes a lot of sense. You can't always be pushing, and without a shadow of a doubt, the leading contributing factor to a lot of people who are struggling with injury and setbacks and not seeing the results of their performance, whether it's in their training, run, bike, swim, etc., strength and conditioning, or in their work life, family life, is that they are redlining it all the time. They are not stepping back at times and kind of pulling back and observing the landscape of their life and go, right, I need to preserve something here. I need to get back on top here. I need to consolidate a little bit here. So many benefits from having this type of behavior. We all are going to have to push hard at times to get over a hump, to get through something, to get things over the line, moving house, new jobs, whatever it is. But you've got to understand there's a balance to this equation, and there's a pull mechanism that needs to take place. And it's just something I've always leveraged, and I continue to leverage. And it certainly helps preserve my energy. It allows me to maintain a level of consistency within my training as well. As I'm building through a phase of training, I'm building, and then I'm consciously pulling back. And that is what a good deload week should be for you, a good recovery week should be for you. But it doesn't always have to fall in sync with the training program. You need to be able to recognize on a daily basis where you need to be taking, a little bit more time to step back. You cannot live your life by your training program, because that training program is just something that your coach and you, or you yourself have kind of manifested. It might not be it's not going to be perfect. So you've got to be aware of this mechanism and using this tactic on the fly, as it were, at times. And it's obviously down to you as to how you go about doing that and what stresses you've got going on in your life at the moment that you've got to manage. But it will help prevent burnout. It will prevent overwhelm, and obviously prevent good health and good performance. So just thought I'd share that with you. And as always, if you want to talk more about any of this in terms of managing your own training load, your own training programming more, if you're struggling to see how it all fits together and how you don't overwhelm yourself because of work and family and being time poor, this is what we do. This is what we do at SFE. We're definitely going to give you all the training you need. We're definitely going to keep you accountable to nutrition and your hydration and your recovery and your strength and conditioning. But we've got to be having this overview look as well and going, right, are we in a good place to push this week? Do we need to adjust the settings? Do we need to pull back and consolidate and just make sure we get through work, family, whatever else is going on, so that we can maintain that level of consistency? Because that is what's lacking from a lot of people's programming right now, is that ability to push and pull at the right times. And it just takes that sounding board at times to do so. All right, guys, speak soon.